Hey guys, it's Matt in Japan coming at you today with Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Chromia. And today marks the release of her in Japan, and so I thought it'd be appropriate to do a video review of her. This is actually the American release I got from Amazon. Just came in the mail a couple days ago, and I was just waiting for today, her release date here in Japan, to do the video review. So here we go. So I'll take a quick look at her packaging. She's still inside. We'll get a closer look at her details when we open her up. Run-of-the-mill Siege packaging, Chromia, Transformers Siege War for Cybertron. On the side, you get some really cool artwork of her in action. And it does, there is some Cybertronian writing there. You can make that out. There's a little mark there. Blacklight's not showing up that great, but it's there. So you can check that out. Deluxe class. Really cool artwork. And yeah, product information on the bottom. You get the Siege artwork on the side. And on the back, there she is, Chromia. She can be equipped with the Battlemaster. And she changes in 15 steps to vehicle mode. We've all seen this mold somewhat. There's a little bit of changes. I will be comparing her to Nova Star and Moonracer later on, see what the actual molded details and what they did differently with her this time. And some more Battlemasters there. So yeah, so let's get her out of the packaging and see what she's all about. Okay, so here we have Chromia out of her packaging, and we'll take a close look at her. And right off the bat, as soon as I opened her up, she's got some really loose thighs, so it does make it difficult for her to stand up. They're really loose, so I'll have to fix that with some floor polish or something. Anyways, getting in close. Really nice head sculpt on there. Really nice detail. The Siege line has been doing a great job on the molded detail. A lot of molded detail in these figures. If you look up close, a lot of nice sculpted detail, and the colors really nice. You get that sort of powder blue, the darker blue, and a little bit of white on the knees. And going down, yeah, just it breaks up real nice. Breaks up the color scheme real nice. And again, she's got that huge backpack, which we've all seen before with Nova Star and Moonracer, and not much you can do about that, I guess. I will be comparing them. Like I said, we'll see what are the differences. She does actually have feet this time. She doesn't have just the fronts of the car. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, so she looks pretty good. She does have the ports for the for any of the other Battlemasters or COG or 6-gun. You can equip her with that. She does come with a few accessories. One is her blaster here. Let's put her down. Again, I've been having a hard time posing her because her hips are so loose. Let's see if she'll stand. Okay, getting up close on the gun here. She has a blaster here, and this part, the front does come off. This part does come off, so you can put that on the side, or you can just leave it on like that. And on the sides here are these little what they're calling grenades. These little pieces here kind of clip on. They're kind of rectangular posts that fit into the circle ports there. Again, something that you can do, you can add on extensions. These both sort of fit in like this, and you can have her use an extra long blaster and see how that looks. It looks okay, doesn't look bad. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. And she can also hold any of the Battlemasters, like we saw on the packaging. Whoa. I don't know why that's so hard to get in there. Should be. Wow, it's really tight actually. Okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So she can hold this guy. And yeah. But again, she's so back heavy like the other girls, like the other figures, that it's kind of been having a hard time posing her. So let's take off her accessories here. Let's take off the Battlemaster. We'll go into quick articulation mode here. Her head actually has a lot of upward look. Can look down. Actually got a lot of range of motion. Very, very expressive with the head. I like that. And she is on a ball joint there. Again, just like Moonracer and Nova Star, her arms are pretty much the same. Her wrist move because of transformation. She does have the elbow bend and the upper arm swivel. Like I said, she has she doesn't have a waist swivel per se, but her hips sort of move, and that sort of causes that real looseness in there. If you can see that, but that's that piece there that makes her hips really loose and really difficult to pose. But she does have a lot of articulation on her legs. Can go in and out, and you can't quite get a 90 degree on those legs, and something just fell off. Yeah, her her underwear just fell off here. Okay, or whatever that is. So yeah, all of a sudden she's falling apart. So yeah, just be careful there. So she can get some nice articulation there. But again, you can't really bend her knees, but her feet do have a nice. Her feet, because of transformation, again, you do get some posability on the feet, and you get some really cool ankle. You get a little bit of ankle tilt there. Actually, a lot of ankle tilt. So you can use that ankle tilt to your advantage when you're posing her. So that is nice, actually. So I just wanted to compare her real quick. Let's get her ankles back intact here. I did want to just compare her real quick to the Generations RC. RC. Come on. Generations Chromia that came out a long time ago. Just a quick comparison there. There she is. And definitely the, this is more sort of cartoony. Although they did do the, she does have light piping, the Generations one, which was kind of nice. Almost wish they had done that on the Siege. But yeah, just a quick rundown, and also just bring in. Let's put our gun back, and I will take the extensions off, take the grenades off. I don't really like those things; those are going to get lost. Let's bring in all of her female counterparts. Here is Generations RC. And even though RC has that big backpack too, she stands pretty well. Here we have Moonracer. Here we have Nova Star. And we'll bring in Big Alita 1 in the background to round out the team. And whoa, there she goes. She's wobbling back there. So there's the group of fembots there. And they look nice. They all scale really well together. The Siege Chromia scales pretty well with everyone else. One thing you'll find in the Siege Chromia is that she doesn't have her combiner port, which is unfortunate. I know a lot of people were kind of hoping she would have that combiner port to sort of, make a team with Alita 1 and Moonracer and everyone, but she doesn't. So let's get her in her vehicle mode, and then we'll do some comparisons, see what they did differently. And actually, I just want to show off them side by side because we can see actually what they did differently here. Looks like the arms, everything it's a completely different mold. Looks like it looks like only some of the parts were reused. Again, like I said, she does actually have feet now as opposed to just being the hood of the car. This piece kind of sort of hangs out back here, and on Moonracer it's more part of the car mode there. So there were some differences, actually a lot of differences, looking at the ball joints on the elbows, getting in close here on the front. This front under her neck section looks to be the same, but the way the pins are and everything, it looks like to be a fairly different mold with just some pieces being reused. So just to do a quick comparison there, again, let's get her in vehicle mode and see what she's all about. Okay, so here we have Chromia in her vehicle mode, and let's take a quick look at her up close. And she's really cool. There is a lot of differences actually when transforming her. They did do a lot of difference in the transformation, and you get some really cool details here. Kind of don't really like this hollow part here. It's very hollow under here. Kind of wish, did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. It's just the way it is. Anyways, you get some really cool little guns here. You get some really nice silver paint detail there. And you get the clear plastic for the windscreen. And they did paint the wheels. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of cool molded details if you get in really close. And you do sort of have those fists hanging out of the back. I never really liked that in the original mold. But what you're gonna do, one thing that is cool is that the port actually is facing up, so you can easily store her gun there. Whereas I'll show you on Moonracer in a sec, kind of at an angle. So yeah, really neat vehicle mode. It's different enough, but actually I like her vehicle mode a lot. And those two little grenades, little things can plug in on the back, and that does sort of hide her. Kind of hides that a little bit. Not really much. So let's bring in Moonracer and do a quick comparison. There they are side by side. Let me just zoom my camera out a little bit. So yeah, you can see some similarities. You can see some differences. Again, it was nice. The Moonracer didn't have that hollow part on the front, whereas Chromia does. And the front, actually the whole front is very different. And the side, it's a similar look, but very different. It is nice that they painted the wheels on Chromia. They didn't do that on Moonracer. So what I was talking about is this little piece back here. You can flip it up, but then when you put the gun in, let's put her down. So you put the gun in on there. Let's use her own gun. Let's use Moonracer's gun. So see, it kind of shoots up at an angle. Unless you sort of, yeah, I mean, you can kind of get it straight, I guess. But the port on, the port on Chromia is facing straight up, so it's a lot easier to just plug in a gun and have it just be straight. Anyway, so we'll take that off. So yeah, they are very similar in aesthetics, I guess, but different enough in transformation and looks and molding and everything. And you do sort of, never was a fan of those fists just hanging out in the back there. Didn't seem like they really fixed that much. Yeah, transformation is a little bit different, and she seems like she holds together a lot better in vehicle mode. The robot mode's a little bit loose. But anyways, there is Siege Deluxe Class Chromia. Put the gun on her, and she's ready for action.